The most powerful speech in history influenced me by the foolest man with sense. In life, never promise more than you can deliver. Deliver more than you can promise. Make the most of life before it takes the best of you. You can't only forgive, you have to be a forgiving person. Some will never see the root of greatness. That's the reason why they curse a plant before it grows. And the worst thing about life is when you think less of people and they are really more than you. Remember, hesitation breaks concentration. And a good heart goes to those it knows will take care of it. Everyone is at their best. So for you to become better, be the best. Impossible is a big word with a small meaning. You can't lose your life if you know how to use it. Women will look more valuable today, but still cost less. Sex is like a destructive weapon that will find its way into your mind to destroy your body, and if you don't control it, it can hurt others. Life would treat us much better if we only take care of it. Success is an aim. Let us all go for it. The ending of life is the beginning of a future, and there is no substitute for life but living. The worst type of judgment comes from the smallest critics. So when you see someone that is happy, be happy for them. If the water remains stagnant, plan to float or sink, because with life you can do anything. Great is knowing and believing that you can, but really doing it. You will have flies that pretend to be mosquitoes, and find out the good thing about parenting. You will never have to hide or lie to your children. Be a world hero. Let others recognize you. Real people are people that does things for you and look for nothing in return. Let us pray to the Father that we may never lose our minds. Because if we lose our minds, we lose everything. In every house, there are problems. With each other, we can solve them. We should have no best. It should always get better. Thank the Lord for opening our eyes to be more than what we can see. R.I.P. doesn't have to mean rest in peace. It can also mean riches is possible. If the truth is too much to admit, they will say you're lying. Be allergic to promises, and you will never be disappointed. Everyone has a heart, and if everyone should share it equally, everyone would end up with the same love. I sometimes talk to myself if I don't feel like talking to anyone else. Just giving praise each and every day, in each and every way. Be mindful about things you tell people or kill people for. Time to come, it won't have any use to you. When people treat you good, treat them better and trust yourself. Only you know how to do that. The belief in the Lord is not in the Bible. It's inside of us. We are the key. Nothing holds together like family. So as long as you believe you're doing something good or you're doing a good job, it's a job well done. Even though working for people is like burdening yourself. Love is like a deeply chopped wound that can only be healed by the one you love. You sometimes have to stay in the back seat and be the driver. Your size is as small as your pride, and your knowledge as high as your worth. Enter into a house of talent. You can only be more talented. And even when people doesn't seem like much help, we are all here to make a change. A healthier life is a healthier choice. Nothing is better than a good support. I pray that the Lord is okay. Weed and ancient history is the only two things to increase knowledge. That means poverty is sin. Smoke the weed. It cannot smoke itself. The key is our mind. Love is what the heart really desires. The older you get, the more accurate you become. Giving is living. Remember, if a word can change a sentence, it can change a life. Be careful of what you say to others. Anyone can tell you genius is smart to call a prophet. Love can also be the definition of weakness, because when you are weak for something, you will say you love it. Dictionary is the best book to know. And if you want everything to seem like a lie, tell the truth. Remember, life is a prize. You have to play it to win it. Creativity is not what you work for. It's what you get to deliver. Good to do a little, but best to do more. Love is like a shape. Once you find all the angles, no problem fitting into it. You can only miss someone if your time is not occupied by something else. A day closer to nature is a day closer to life. Peace is where two hearts mend together. Don't worry, life offers everything once you follow your dream. Invest in something that interests you. The person that knows you more is the one that loves you best. But when you can't manage to help yourself like you want to, it's like you're a burden to the rest or someone else. Not because people pay for things, that doesn't mean money can buy it. And if a man would think of God like how he thinks of pussy, the world would be a better place. Life is nice when you can go anywhere to enjoy it. The more you do, the less counts. People grow according to what they know. So think good of people and let your mind think good of you. Because there's no corner in living. Just life to death. A vision of life can mean anything, but working towards what you want means everything. Let not the negative be followed, but the positive be remembered. The reason why there is so little love in this world is because people with more money continues to buy what they don't want. A man without a plan is like a man without a weapon. And be careful what you listen. It might exit your mouth. Believe in life and you will live. Good things lies where the heart beats. No bad in doing good. No bad in doing good. And smart is he who reserves his needs and uses his wants. Smart is he who reserves his needs and uses his wants. The devil can only be what you pictured him to be. Weakness is in your belief. Fear not what you hear. Men should look small to their achievements. Your heart as clean as you sweep. A strong word of prayer is better than a long, empty prayer. Make up your mind. It makes everything easier. The memory of our sight is a part of what we are. Vanity is no option for humanity. A droplet of water is better than a day without none. A pebble waiting to become a rock is like a minute longer, but a second to death. Be a giver, receive less. No matter how far you go, people will always be around. Just remember, the most you can do is what you can imagine. It's not always about what you want, but what you can get. Finally, don't forget the future by looking in the past. Don't forget the future by looking in the past. To understand everything about life is to understand everything is life. You continue to hide what you do, but it won't change what you have done. Respect when a woman wants to have sex, and she will respect being with you a little more. Doesn't matter what you are, As long as you make something out of it. Is in our belief. Fear not what you hear. Men should look small in their achievements. Your heart as clean as how you swim. A strong word of prayer is better than a long empty cry. Make up your mind. It makes everything easier. Memory of our sight is a part of what we are. Vanity is no option for humanity. A droplet of water better than a day without man. A pebble waiting to become a rock.